He has 11 years with the OPP. He's been a motorcycle rider for 8 years and a member of the Golden Helmets for 5 years. On my immediate left is Craig Cambridge, nicknamed Rhubarb. He has 20 years on the job, been a motorcycle rider for 9 years and a member of the Golden Helmets for 8 years. He is also one of our OPP motorcycle instructors and has been doing that for 4 years. Far right, Melissa Toots, nicknamed Toots. 11 years on the job, motorcycle rider for 4 years and a Golden Helmet member for 3 years.
Yeah, we're going to see a show after we do a little bit of safety demonstrations here. We're going to be coming back.
The bikes we use here are Harley-Davidson Electric Glide Police Specials. These models are 2010s to 2014s. We have approximately 150 motorcycle riders in the OPP, and at this point have 65 operational motorcycles. The bikes we use are 1690cc, which is a 103 cubic inch engine. These bikes, fully dressed for police use with our equipment, are 925 pounds. That's before rider. In order to ride an OPP motorcycle, officers have to successfully complete an intensive 3-week training course. The course is structured in a way that we can teach officers with no motorcycle training or licenses to take a 3-week course, and at the end of that course, go through the graduated licensing and leave that 3-week course with a full M license. It is a high-intensity course, it's well-structured, and it takes these riders from, like I said, no ability or skill to a police operational rider. Before we get started, we want to demonstrate a couple of maneuvers as far as pushing the motorcycles. So the two ways that we push the motorcycles in the OPP, one is standing to the side of the bike, left side, hand covering the brake, and just walking the motorcycle forward. You want to cover that front brake, so in case you need to stop the motorcycle quickly, you're able to do so. This comes in handy if you're on hills. To back up the motorcycle, same thing. You can plant your butt into the seat, and it helps you a little bit, or stand up beside it, watching where you're going, and walk it back that way. The second method, used by most civilian riders, is what we refer to as the duck walk. And that's just where you sit in your seat, both legs, move the bike forward and back. You still want to cover that front brake. Pretty simple, and this is what you'll likely see on the road. People just feel a little more comfortable because it feels like the bike won't go over to one side or the other. The next thing we're going to demonstrate is lifting the motorcycles. So whether you like it or not, these bikes are going to end up on their side at some point. So big show, Toots, why don't you dump your bikes, show us what that looks like. There we go, that was gentle, Toots. Once they go down, there's two methods that we use to pick up these motorcycles. So when the bike is down, everyone's embarrassed, they're in a hurry, probably in an intersection, probably very busy, you want to get it up really quickly. But just take a minute, use your head, take a couple breaths, and for safety purposes, a few things you want to do. First off, turn the ignition off. It shuts all the power off to the bike. Sometimes the engine can still be running. We don't want any electric power to these bikes, especially with these ones. You may get a little fuel spillage. You don't want that combination of power, electricity, and fuel. I'm sure you can all imagine why. So once that ignition is off, you want to tap down your gear and make sure you're in first gear. This is so when you start picking up the motorcycle, it doesn't roll away on you. Once you're in first gear, we have two methods of picking up the bike. So Big Show is going to show us the first one. This is called the clean and jerk. So what you want to do is keep your fairing perfectly straight, bend the bike right over to the side, and you see how we just popped that right up. Good job, Big Show. The second method is called the York. And Toots is going to show us this one. Pull in and lock that fairing, put your seat or your butt in the seat of that bike, and just slowly walk it up. You're using your legs. And anyone is capable of doing this. Just takes a little practice. Good job, Toots. Excellent. So what we're going to do, get these guys to jump on their bikes, fire up, do a little warm up. These guys are going to get the feel of the track, the feel of the bikes, and we'll get started.
Hey, NYPD, right on. So I'm down in Toronto North of the show here at the C&E grounds. It runs all weekend. We also have the Canadian International Auto Show going on, and I'll be going back there in a few minutes.
We have an offset serpentine set up here. So you need to turn into these gates and almost bring the bike back on itself. This is showing good control with the clutch, the throttle, and the rear brake. You see where they're looking, their eyes are looking to where they want to go. They're not looking at the ground, they're looking up to the next gate. That's important. They're sitting right up on their seats. You see how smooth they are with the bars, and you can hear the control. They're not revving the engine, and they're not popping that clutch out. They're using the rear brake, the clutch, and the throttle together to make nice, smooth maneuvers. They'll head back the other way now. You see they're sitting nice and upright, good control.
There may not necessarily be one at every detachment. They come together as a unit, as a team for performances throughout the summer and throughout the year. Hopefully you can hear the narrator.
So a little information as far as the OPP. In 2017 on OPP-controlled roads, 48 deaths occurred involving motorcycles. Out of those 48 deaths, 39 of them were males. 24 of those, or almost half, were aged 45 to 64. So these are not the young riders that necessarily died. These are 45 to 64-year-old people, are over half of our deaths.
At the end of this, we're going to have a lot of fun.
They are now jumping into 20-foot circles. So they're going in a couple different directions here. You can see good control, they're keeping their speed up. The importance of these 20-foot circles is because most roadways in Ontario are 24 feet in width. So what this allows you to do is keep that motorcycle on the paved portion of the roadway when you want to turn around. So instead of doing the duck walk that we demonstrated in the 3 or 4 or 5-point turn to get your bike turned around, this allows you to do a nice quick turn, you're off the roadway, and you're not impeding other traffic, and your safety goes up significantly. So this is something would be good to practice in a parking lot and become proficient at. These riders have a lot of hours, a lot of seat time. These riders here are all golden helmets, and they ride anywhere between 120 to 150 shifts a year on these motorcycles, and those are 10 to 12-hour shifts. So if you look at seat time and abilities, there's probably not a civilian.
Yeah, their maintenance is done. Well, they're responsible for keeping their bikes clean and shiny.
So their skill level goes
done
up
at the local
extremely quickly,
dealerships.
and that's just a matter of the time on the bikes. They went from the 20-foot circles into the figure 8, and that just showed you a good transition drill from side to side. That's another one to practice in the parking lot. Snapping that fairing from one side far over to the other side. It's really difficult. Most people find one turn is easier than the other. Normally the left is easier because the clutch is right in close to you. And then you do the right turn, all of a sudden your clutch is way out, you feel like you've lost that control, and that's why generally people are more uncomfortable with the right-hand turn. So if you're uncomfortable with that turn, that's the one you want to practice more. So they're at least a little more equal. We're going to get into some ABS braking here. So what we're going to do is, these bikes are all equipped with ABS. Some motorcycles are not. So ABS doesn't actually stop the bike any quicker. What it allows is control under different surfaces. So if it's raining, if there's gravel, if there's dirt on the ground, you still have maneuverability with your motorcycle when you're applying the brakes. As far as stopping the bike quickly, you can do it with what we call threshold braking, which means stop the bike as fast as you can without locking up any tires. As civilian riders know, if you lock up that front tire, you're going down very quickly. If you lock up the rear tire, that's when you're going to get the old skid, slide for life back end coming out. So nice controlled braking. We're going to get them all to demonstrate a nice controlled brake without engaging the ABS to show you how quickly these motorcycles can stop. So come on down, guys, one at a time, however you want to do it. So here they come, they're going to get the bike up to a little bit of speed, and they're going to stop it as quickly as they can without engaging the ABS. Go ahead, guys, when you're ready. So they pulled in the clutch, nice controlled, smooth stop, feet down, do their shoulder checks, and off they go. Now this second round, we're going to get them to activate their ABS intentionally so you can see what that looks like and hear what that sounds like. It's much like your car. You're going to hear this grinding noise, There's going to be a little bit of a shudder and a chatter, and the brake's going to engage and disengage very quickly. So go ahead, guys, and engage ABS on this stop. So you heard that clicking sound? That's the ABS engaging on those bikes. So it didn't stop them any quicker, but if there was any debris on the ground, any gravel, any dirt, that would have given the ability to keep that bike up without the tires skidding out. Next thing we're going to do is demonstrate a little bit of slow riding. So you see Rhubarb down there at the far end. He's showing you the kind of control you can have over this motorcycle riding slow. Anyone here who rides a motorcycle knows the slower you go, the harder it is to control. This is an extreme skill for him to be able to do that. Let's hear Rhubarb hear it for him. Little round of applause, Rhubarb. He's got that thing almost stopped. He can show us both ways. You want to show us the other direction? So this is the right turn that nobody likes. You've done the left, yes. We love that one. Thanks. Yeah, show us the right turn, Rhubarb. Very good job, Rhubarb. We have another excellent slow rider here, Toots. Loves this also. Anyone want to see Rhubarb and Toots have a little slow race? Why don't you two line up here? Come on up, Rhubarb. You and Toots head to head. So the purpose of this, whoever can go the slowest wins. You put your foot down, you drop the bike, you're out. First person here loses. Last person across is the winner. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, nothing here, people. Oh, Rhubarb is intimidating her. Let's see another one, too. Let's see if you do better than that. Back around. She's trying to psych him out. She's back in. Now she's angry. So look over the bar. Both ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And just like that. Keep it going, Toots. Let's show what you got. Show what you got.
Good job.
Good job. Big show, Rhubarb Toots. Would you mind setting up a little last rider standing course for us? Oh, there you go. Job well done. All right. Well, we're waiting for this. A couple of more facts that we want to get into.
Part. We're going to do a last rider standing.
Talking about the safety on the roads.
The challenge of slow riding,
for
control
motorcycles.
And
when I was talking about those 48 motorcycle deaths on the road, I did mention 27 of those motorcyclists were riding properly,
and pinned
which means the
by the
other
other rider
driver was at fault. We know that as riders, you have to watch out for those other vehicles. 24. So half of those deaths occurred in July and August, within those 2 months. The other interesting fact is those deaths occurred, 3/4 of them between 12 noon and 6 p.m. This is not at night, this is not when it's dark. 44, so almost every death occurred with dry, clear roads. The day was fine, it wasn't weather related. So you just have to have your head about you, be aware of your surroundings. Like I said, it's not always a motorcyclist's fault, and in this case, it wasn't. But you need to be aware of your surroundings. The most dangerous days for the OPPA patrolled roads were Friday and Sunday. Over half of those deaths occurred on just those 2 days of the week. So just be aware of that when you're out riding, when you're on your Sunday ride and it's clear and dry, pay attention, because that is actually one of statistically the most dangerous days to be on your motorcycle. So what we're going to do here, this is what we call last rider standing. A little game we play to practice slow riding, practice maneuverability. The whole premise is, you see these cones here? The outside of these cones is the boundary. They're not allowed to go outside the boundary of those cones or they're disqualified. Put your foot down, disqualified. Bike down, disqualified. What you want to try to do is make your buddy lose. Make him put his foot down, cut him off, drive in front of him, whatever you need to do to make sure he doesn't win. So we'll get a little demo and you'll get an idea pretty quick how this works.
Time to share with your friends
so, Toots,
on
you ready?
Twitter. So go ahead and share
Big
this
show,
with followers. This is always fun to watch.
You can cheer for him. Let me get excited. 3, 2, 1, go. Rhubarb, come on in for one.
Alright, Toots is there.
Alright, our champion Big Show is going to take on the challenger Rhubarb. This is student versus instructor. Let's see how this goes. Oh, you can just go, I guess, too. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Rhubarb does not like to lose. Nice job. Big show up, new champion Rhubarb. Toots, 27 on Rhubarb. Rhubarb, you ready? Toots ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Well, they're circling, you're setting up. Everyone wants to be in their fair position. Good job, Toots. And arms in the air, 3, 2, 1. Hands in here. And bike down, doesn't matter. Who wants to see that lift again? Alright, just for fun, why don't we just throw all 3 of you in there for a final championship round? Winner take all. The prize is nothing. Bragging rights, which are awesome, it's actually really huge. Alright, Big Show ready? Rhubarb, you ready? Toots, are you ready? You are allowed to team up. We'll see who your friends are here. 3, 2, 1, go. The boys don't like each other. Toots makes it, there we go. There's our champion. 2018 Toronto Motorcycle Show. Last rider standing is Melissa Toots. Good job, fellas. This concludes our safety demonstration. Thank you very much for attending. Remember to stop by our booth, speak with the officers, and get more information about the Golden Helmet Precision performances. Thank you for coming.
Awesome. Great job. Girl power here. How does that feel?
Awesome. It's always good to win.
Congratulations. You show those boys how to ride a bike.
That's it.
Nice work, guys. Sweet. Here we go. Take care, everybody. We're out of here.
Nice job.
Toronto Motorcycle Show goes this weekend. Canadian International Auto Show goes till the 25th. Come on by. Have a great day, everybody.